Guten Tag, my name is DMAD, and welcome to another installment of Kingsnake Canyon Zoo. So in this video, we are doing a continuation of the African area of the zoo. I remember in a previous episode I said that this would take up the next few episodes, but then I had to shut down the zoo for a while because of the mods, all that good stuff, and then reopen it, have all of the, or do the return episode with the deer and all the mods and North American stuff. But yeah, now we're back in the African section with a long time coming animal, the Amur leopard. Now originally I had a black Amur leopard mod, back when the mod was updated for 1.8 however long ago, and I was going to make this because it has more to do with like conservation. Because in a lot of zoos, if you didn't know, several zoos actually show the Amur leopard in the African area. Like they will opt out to display an Amur leopard because they are the most, one of, if not the most critically endangered cat in the world. So I just thought that I would kind of follow suit and do that. But then, kept updating. The Amur leopard mod didn't really update with it. So yeah. But eventually the conservation pack came out, and now we officially have Amur leopards in the game. So that's just what we'll be doing here. I'm going to be making an Amur leopard habitat. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So the plan was to go with a more grotto look. I wanted to put it right here and add a bit of a, like I said, grotto look. There's different like blind areas or there's different like rocky areas where the Amur leopard could hide, but it does have this rocky backdrop at the end. Kind of did a bit of playing around with the terraforming to give it that more slopey look. So it is going to be all rocky here, and then you don't see it after you pass those rocks. So yeah, adding some more there, because I did want to try and do as much limited viewing as I could. In fact, with the glass right here, you'll actually notice that I did the single view glass, or was it one-way glass, I'm sorry, and then added more electric fencing to the top with a single view, and that just leaves this area that people can look through, and well, there was nothing really I could do with that. So, kind of just making everything more of an appropriate size. This part right here was a little trickier because I had to, add the entrance to the habitat, and it was just a little tricky because of how all the rocks are set up. But I was able to like flatten the terrain and slope it, or do like some tunneling and slope it just around to the rest of the area. Kind of connecting it to where we have that generator there under the rock, or under the hill. Adding some more green to the habitat. I wanted to go with a mix of Asia and Africa, because this is an African section, but it is an Asian species. So yeah. Kind of putting in its little food and water there, giving a little place to sleep, and adding the different forms of enrichment. And I did also want to make use of this habitat in that it could have climbing areas, so I put a couple of climbing posts down, or climbing structures. Then tried to filter it out with having African and Asian plants. Kind of putting more like brush and stuff. Dead tree, because I don't know, I kind of like the look of like the leopard being in the dead tree with the dead animal in it. Adding some elephant grass, which also serves as cover. So it's kind of covering up its little sleeping area right there. And then for the grotto, we're actually also adding different colored rocks. That I do kind of try and do different colored rocks with the habitats, kind of to give it some variance. So yeah. So this was a bit of a tedious part, kind of getting everything to fit in. So I didn't want to add the like a bunch of climbing enrichment all over the place because it could jump over the fences. And I also think it'd be kind of cool, like if we ever were able to see the leopard like laying on the rocks. Those are kind of one of my favorite sites at zoos to, to kind of try and find the animal where they're laying on the rocks. So just adding, there's kind of a little cave that he could go into, maybe. I don't know if that's actually a mechanic, but I think it'd be kind of cool, like a cool thought that he could hide in the cave. Because I think leopards aren't one of those animals that really like they're not fond of humans, but just not really fond of being seen by big crowds. So giving it a lot of area to hide. Also adding the bit of a roof to the top of this climbing structure, which doubles for shade. Gives it something else to climb on. Had a bit of trouble aligning everything. So yeah, just trying to put those in, but as you can see, it was a little difficult. Things didn't really line up. That's alright. Moved it around as much as I could, adding some more greenery, some of the dead bushes on the top, and having more live bushes. And then moving around like the food. And then I wanted to make this area cooler as well, just because the Amur leopard is from the Amur region of Russia. I believe that there's actually a preserve in Russia and China where these guys are found, like along their border, or the two countries' borders. So I'm also adding just more staff area, kind of that way staff don't have to run from one area to another. Making sure that all this is staff pathing. Actually, right now in the moment, this kind of gives me an idea for more like another African village that people can go to. Kind of like how we have the market plaza over there. I do only have one male, or that's coming in, one male Amur leopard. I am hoping, I'm not sure, let me know in the comments if you know, but I'm hoping that the Amur leopard does have a melanistic version, like with the jaguar in Planet Zoo, because I want to do a regular colored leopard and an Amur, or like a regular colored morph and a black morph. Kind of taking a bit of inspiration from the Amur leopard habitat at the San Diego Zoo. But with that, I think we're done here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I will hopefully be doing more Kingsnake Canyon content coming up now that we are back. I do want to do more African animals. I just need to keep track of what mods I use. That way, when the game inevitably does update, if it does, I do want to add more stuff. I just need to keep track of all the mods so that I know what to delete. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, as well as following us on our other platforms. The link tree will be in the description below. And share this video out to anyone who loves speed builds, who is interested in the conservation pack, because the Amur leopard did come with the conservation pack, and who just loves Planet Zoo and animals in general. I thank you all for watching, and remember, always be prepared, do good daily, and love nature. For your life is a canvas, and you have the brush. Auf Wiedersehen!